with that, I would very much like to hand over to Professor Nizam. Professor Nizam serves as the Director General of Higher Education, Research and Technology at the Ministry of Education, Culture, Research and Technology, Republic of Indonesia. He's renowned for his extensive academic background with a Ph.D. and numerous professional certifications. He is a leading figure in shaping the nation's higher education landscape. Professor Nizam's role involves steering those policies that bridge the gap between academia and technological advancements, ensuring that Indonesia's educational institutions align with global standards. He has a commitment to innovation and research and therefore plays a pivotal role in advancing the country's knowledge ecosystem. So thank you very much for allowing me to introduce you, Professor Nizam. We'd like to hand the floor over to you from where you are online, and we'll take the conversation further when we've heard your initial remarks. Professor Nizam, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ian. Very good morning to all of you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sehat, salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. It's an honor for me to present before you in this very important forum, Indonesia Economic Forum. Please allow me to share screen to just give you a brief overview of how we develop talents to meet with the needs of the digital transformations that is currently taking place everywhere in the world. It's very interesting to see Indonesia is transforming into digital economy very rapidly. Now Indonesia is the fastest digital economy nations, with more than 167 million of populations are active in social media and more than 200 million internet users. And Indonesians spend more than 7 hours a day, almost 8 hours a day, engaging or connecting to the internet. This is very high in terms of nation comparisons. And we see the trend of the technology is very rapidly moving, especially the coming of the AI, the maturing of the AI with the generative language processing late last year, which has bring a lot of opportunities to the future. Also the metaverse, blockchain, quantum computing, which is now taking shapes, which come to hyper-automations, datafications, digital immune system, which is the challenge for every one of us, and also the cloud system. And this Industry 4.0 has bring us to the disruption in all aspects of our life, both socially and economically. And this also brings opportunities for us to springboard into the future economy. But at the same time, the coming of the digital age also replaced a lot of jobs globally. In Indonesia alone, 23 million jobs will be disappeared in the next 10 years. And new competencies are coming and mushrooming, but many of those competencies, many of those professional jobs is now still not there. So it is in the process of creations. The challenge of global workforce replacement with the new competencies need us to respond with preparing future professionals with competencies that is not been available right now to the future. And what we can do is just to predict what will happen, and the best way to challenge this uncertain future is to create the future together. Although we can fathom the possible technology in the future, but it is still not there, and it is still shaping and taking place. Like machine learning, deep learning, artificial neural network, also natural language processing, which is more and more mature by time, computer vision, which is now really taking shape, robotics, which is becoming smarter and smarter, and also reasoning, which bring all the old jobs into the new challenge of making use of the coming technology. The AI also disrupt educations in many ways, in all aspects of educations, personalized learning, gamifications, and many other aspects of educations is taking now is shaped up by the presence of AI. But at the same time, AI also challenge the current society, the loss of jobs, also the engagement of people with the virtual world more and more. We are engaged with the virtual world, and also the challenge psychologically, socially, sociologically with the coming of the technology. And also the misuse of AI is really might happen, very possible in the future. Also, AI challenge the accountability and responsibility. For instance, automatic vehicle, if it is driven by AI and there is an accident, who will be responsible for the accident? Is it the AI? Is it the creator? Is it the car manufacturer? Or is it the engineer behind the technology? So there are chain of accountability that is difficult to sort out with the AI presence. And many futurists also worries about the future of humanity after the AI come to its maturity. So, but take that aside, we need to transform Indonesia to become more ready with the coming of the technology, AI, especially, in an ethical way. So it's very important to improve academic and research integrity into the coming of the technology. And for that, we also allocate quite a lot of budget to do research and development on AI, and also transforming the curriculum as well as the education community commitment and establishing the core values of integrity into academia. As we see the response of the society, the response of the industries on AI is also quite a mix. In the beginning, we see how it was rejected, the coming of AI, but now people getting more and more embraced into the coming of the AI, especially the generative AI. Even in academia also, we see the dual response to the coming of the AI, those that embrace and those that challenge or make distance to the coming of the AI. And in dealing with the AI, many that take side or reserve the use of AI, for instance, use prevention through technologically, also through brute force by not allowing AI into the classroom, for instance. But what we need to do is to even develop talent pools for new digital competencies that is needed by the future job market. And what we currently doing is we transform our university to be more agile, to be more flexible through Campus Merdeka program, in which we can teach students with competencies that is not yet available in the in campus, like AI, machine learning, deep learning, cloud computing, cybersecurity, and many aspects of technological development. Also in research and development, we create research consortia on artificial intelligence, strengthening IDRAN, Indonesia Research Network, and fostering digital startups and joint facility of supercomputer for AI research. In developing the talent pools, currently we have more than 1,000 higher education institutions that offers information technology as part of the study program. There are more than 10,000 study programs related to digital technology, so many, quite a lot, with currently close to 1 million students taking this track. And we graduate more than 200,000 graduates per year on information technology. So in terms of human resource, actually, we accelerate the preparations or the creations of talent pools on digital related competencies. We also use micro-credentials to address need of specific needs in digital technology. Like we work with Microsoft Orbit, for instance, with 6,000 students, Cisco with 6,000 students. This is every year. With Google 9,000, with NVIDIA 3,000. So quite a big number. We create more than 20,000 graduates resulted from these micro-credentials every year with a very specific competencies like machine learning, deep learning, AI, cloud computing, cybersecurity, and the like. Also, we accelerate industry to university partnerships through development of hardware, software, and technology through matching fund. So what we do is we match every commitment from industry to work with university in developing research for the industry. And also we have AI Research consortium of currently more than 9 universities joining this consortium. And they share supercomputer and connected supercomputers. So nationally we have around 100 petaflops for AI and big data research. And so this joint force between universities and industry, academia and industry professional, we hope that will accelerate the need for the talents, at the same time the need for research and development in information technology. We believe that AI and digital technology will here to stay, and we need to embrace and prepare talents to meet the need of the future, and also develop the technology to make use of the state of development of technology to the future. Thank you very much for the opportunity. I give back the time to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nizam. In a slight change from the program, in order to accommodate Professor Nizam, whose time is limited with us this morning, I would like to invite Dr. Navin to engage with you, if I may, Professor Nizam. I'd like to, first of all, introduce Dr. Navin Rajagopal, Senior Director of the Singapore Management University, who is here to address us as our keynote speaker this morning with you, Professor Nizam. This is a relatively new role that integrates key aspects of the student life cycle in the university. It's comprised of the Office of Admissions and Financial Assistance, the Center for Global Education and Opportunities, the Office of the Registrar, the Dato Koh Hui Meng Career Center, and a small team in the Office of the Provost. Dr. Navin is an experienced leader and educator in higher education, having previously managed a range of portfolios and programs at Yale NUS College and the National University of Singapore. Prior to academia, he worked with several Singapore government agencies and represented Singapore at the United Nations, ASEAN, IAEA, and other international negotiations. He received his Ph.D. from Monash University School of Political and Social Inquiry in Melbourne. Welcome to you, Dr. Navin, and we do have a presentation from you in due course, but in order to facilitate a conversation with Professor Nizam, we thought we'd bring you into that first and perhaps give you the opportunity to respond to the excellent presentation we had from Professor Nizam with very complex and rich tapestry of work that's being done in education across Indonesia. It's very clear in your comments, Professor Nizam. Dr. Navin, have you anything response to that before we go to your presentation?
Good morning, everyone. Please allow me to thank the IEF on its 10th anniversary. Nizam, that was an excellent presentation. I think your presentation covered a lot of what I was going to say in my own presentation. I just had a question. At yesterday's session, Gita and other speakers mentioned that there's a lot of resources, expertise residing in Singapore and other countries. So I was wondering if you had any thoughts on how Indonesian universities and Indonesian students can tap on these resources by way of collaboration and partnership, and also exchange, academic exchange, as well as internships. Singapore students interning in Indonesia and Indonesian students interning in Singapore, thereby getting expertise and experience in digital economy, and that might help to accelerate the digital economy in Indonesia. Appreciate your thoughts. Thank you.
Professor Nizam, what do you think? Exchange in education.
Yes, indeed. Every year with the Campus Merdeka program, we have 2,000 students do international exchange globally to Asian universities, to European universities, American universities. And next year, we plan for 3,000 students for exchange. We send our students abroad. But apart from that, we also have collaborations between university globally. So we have, for instance, with Singapore, RI, Singapore University Partnership, Rising University Partnerships. So RI, Republic Indonesia, and Singapore University Partnership, in which all public universities in Singapore or top universities in Singapore partner with top universities in Indonesia. We also have centers globally set. For instance, with Singapore, we also have the NTU with 4 universities in Indonesia setting research on renewable energy. So we also do similar thing with Australia. We also do consortia of universities with Japan and as well as with European countries to make a global network of researchers, of professors on doing a targeted or a thematic research. Of course, including AI. With Singapore also, we work on AI. And also, joint research, we co-fund research with partners globally. And what is most important, I think, the student exchange. Currently, as I said, 2,000 students we send abroad for 1 semester, in addition to scholarships that we provide for bachelor, masters, and PhDs. But the short-term exchange, I think, is very fruitful because exposing students to global arena in a certain niche technological development in developed countries. Yes, indeed. So we do exchange, including also sabbatical for professors.
Great. Thank you, Pak Nizam. That's very helpful. Since we have you here, I thought I would just say that the Singapore Management University is starting a new summer program on digital intelligence for not just Singapore students, but also international students. We are starting it in summer of 2024. That will include subjects like AI, blockchain, big data, data analytics, and so on. So we hope students in Indonesia will take advantage of that and try it out. It's not a long-term program. It's about 3 to 4 weeks, and it will quickly expose students to the key areas of the digital economy.
Thank you very much for that, Dr. Navin. Perhaps I might ask a very short comment from Mr. Shoaib Khagda of the Singapore Management University, just to comment on that initiative or other response briefly to what we've heard. Thank you. There's your mic.
Thank you very much, Ian, and Dr. Nizam, a very good morning to you. I'd just like to also brief everyone that the Singapore Management Universities, we've set up an overseas center here in Indonesia since December 2022, and we have actually started to engage with a lot of universities, including UI and OGM, and we look forward to really, I think, have this exchange of students, which I think is very critical. We are looking to bring Singapore students here for internships, but at the same time, we also want to bring Indonesian students to Singapore, not just to SMU, but to the wider Singapore ecosystem, which I think there will be a lot of beneficial benefits, mutual benefits on both ends. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shoaib. With that, Dr. Nizam, with your permission, and I know your time is limited, perhaps we'll allow Dr. Navin now to present his slides. Please stay for as long as you can, in case you're able to engage further. But may I invite Dr. Navin to make your presentation. We'll have Dr. Nizam for as long as we possibly can. Thank you again for being with us, Dr. Nizam, Professor Nizam. Thank you.